Good evening. Welcome to the 2022 post-game press conference. My name is Shayla Moore, your CIAA moderator for today. Joining us is head coach Luke Delasio, head coach of Fayetteville State University. Along with him, we have players Zion Cousins and Cress Worthy. Before we open the floor for questions, Coach, would you like to give us opening remarks about tonight's game?
We've been waiting for 2 years to get back to this point. From 2 years ago when we lost a tough game to Winston-Salem. A lot of things happened the last 2 years. We've been working extremely hard. Difficult times for a lot of people, and especially for us, all the stuff we endured. It's the thing that makes our team special is that we have a lot of guys who can do a lot of different things, and that makes us different than some other teams. And the first thing I put on that board, and I underlined it, was mental and physical toughness. If you want to beat Livingstone, you have to have that. Otherwise, you're not gonna beat them. And I thought it was a terrific game. I thought we played really well.
Anyone can take this question, Coach. You've had the number one defense in the league all year against the number one offense tonight, but you guys shot 52.9% from the field, 60 in the second half. Out-rebounded them. What were the things that you did to just make sure they're not able to do what they normally do on offense against you?
Well, you can talk about that. Your defensive player right there. That's our defensive stopper right there.
I pride myself on defense. It's been a thing that I had to take serious my whole collegiate career. Tonight, we knew we had to get stops because, like you said, we are the number one team in the conference as far as defense is concerned. Livingstone, I have to give it to them. They're a very good team. They're a high-scoring team, so we knew that was the emphasis tonight on tonight's game, which was to get stops. And as far as the offensive end, we just believe in each other. Like, we don't just rely on one or two people. We all pick each other up. So that was a big part that we did tonight. We kind of did it all across the board, offense and defense, and everybody contributed to the win.
Fellas, a lot of time when you get so far ahead early, a 21-point lead, you kind of can get comfortable. What did you all do as a team? What did Coach say that made you guys stay focused and know that, you had to finish out that second half?
I can say that we're telling each other to keep our foot on the gas. We're not showing no mercy to nobody. We up 20, 30 points. We trying to keep the foot on the gas because we building towards something that we want. So we're not really worried about all that other stuff.
The floor is open.
Oh, no, that's it.
The floor is open for questions.
I had a quick question for anyone on the panel. How important was it to come out and jump out to that early lead and play from in front instead of behind like the last game where you guys were kind of digging yourself out of a hole the whole time? It's a little different game plan there. Any one of you can take that one.
I'll take that one. We were down 4-0, and we didn't look very good at the beginning of that game, the first few minutes. The thing about it is we can't score like Livingstone. We try to score in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. We have to control tempo. And our defense was terrific in the first half. We stopped their main players, and then we executed on offense. And and our motto is score early or score late, and let our offense dictate what we're doing. But yeah, I'd rather play from up front than from behind. There's no question about that. But I thought we had a really good game plan, and the players executed, which was great.
Coach, speaking of offensive execution, you all had 20 turnovers tonight, tomorrow's championship game. I know that's a number that you would definitely like to see lower. So What's the game plan to kind of clean it up on the offensive side?
Well, it's kind of hard because, you got the lead. So you're a little hesitant. You don't want to take quick rush shots. And Livingstone is a terrific team in terms of they throw a lot of waves of people on you, and they're relentless, and they're really aggressive with their trapping and stuff like that. And they wear us out a little bit because they play 13, 14 guys. We play mainly 7 guys, and we got a little tired. But I thought for us, we made foul shots, but we can't turn the ball over and win a championship like that. We try to keep it under 10. Probably 12, 13 I could live with. 20 is way too much. But the key for me with the turnovers, I just don't want live ball turnovers where, I tell the team all the time, I'll take a 5-second call, I'll take a 10-second call, I'll take a jump ball, I'll take the ball out of bounds. I'll still be mad, but I won't be as mad as we turn the ball over and then go ahead and score in transition. But we have to work on that. We have to get better.
Cress, 22 points, 8 rebounds, solid game today. You know that being an all-CIAA player every night, you're going to get the best guard and defense on you. What do you do to kind of stay focused and make sure that you're able to put your team on your back?
I just believe in the work that I put in to this moment. I've always been told to stay aggressive and just be the best version of myself. So, yeah, I know teams are going to throw different defensive strategies at me, but my teammates is really the ones that help me keep going. They keep telling me to be aggressive. You know, when I miss shots, they tell me to keep taking those shots. So it's really my teammates that really keep me going. So I got to give all the credit to my teammates.
Coach, you made mention of a lot of the adversity over the last couple of years that you guys have had to face. For those of us from the outside who may not know, can you give me some specifics of the things that you had to overcome to get to this moment?
Well, the hard thing is, the COVID. A lot of people had to overcome. We couldn't even get in the gym for like 2 months when we got on campus 2 years ago. And then we're trying to figure out whether we're going to play or not. They're going to have the tournament. Then we're getting gear for December. Then January. Then they canceled the season on us, which was devastating because a lot of other conferences did play. And, then we dealt with all that. And then, kids get a little depressed a little bit. We had some counseling and we had a bunch of workshops for them to try to make sure everybody's okay. Because, health and safety is the number one thing that we pride on ourselves last year. Then this year, we came back, looking to win a championship. And then before the start of the season, our starting point guard, Jalen Spicer, who I thought was the best point guard in the conference, he tore his ACL. Darren Dixon got hurt, missed 4 or 5 games. He's had 2 quarters own shots. He got his surgery after the season. He's trying to play. We had a bomb scare at the school for seniors night. FBI on campus. We had 5 minutes to get all our stuff. We moved our game to Methodist. Thank goodness they let us use their gym. We had COVID issues. Players caught some COVID. I missed 3 games because of COVID. I took a test every day for like 4 days so I can get a negative test. I can coach. And then we ended up losing against Johnson Smith. I should have stayed at home that day. It wasn't good. I should have let Coach Q handle it. I wasn't ready to coach. That day. So it just was a lot of stuff. But we are a tough team. Stick together, and these guys are great players. The thing that helps us, on top of that, is you're talking about Crest getting the best offensive player, but we also have on the opposite wing we have Jalen Seegers, all conference too. So it's hard to figure out. And then Zion could score some points, Karan could score some points, and Darren Dixon could definitely score some points. So we're a tough team to match up. You can't just stop one of our guys. Other guys stepped up, when they do that. But man, it's been a tough year. And then rough one.
George Barnes, Arizona Informant newspaper. Coach, what is your philosophy on the press when you have all 5 players in the backcourt? What is the philosophy on that?
Because because they're always going to have some bigs that really can't guard you. So if we can get that initial pressure, we're going to get the ball in, and then we're going to get transition baskets. And then our release foul is a lot of times our 4 and 5 guys, But, we're a little tired, too, so we get sloppy, and then instead of passing the ball like we're supposed to be, we're trying to split traps and going too wild with the ball handle. We don't have to dribble that much against bringing pressure if you pass the ball. But we use different things. Against them, their 2 bigs are not as mobile as our 2 bigs, so that's the reason I did it today.
Hi, Coach. David Barnes from C3 News. Good to see you back here again. To follow up on Mark's question, what does it mean to you, having been a coach in the CIAA for so long, to be able to have this tournament again this year, and now you're in the championship game? You and your players, how does that? For me personally, this being in Baltimore, you gotta understand, I lived in Maryland my whole life, basically, ever since I've been to college. Went to Catholic U, I coached at Catonsville, I coached at Catholic, I 10 years at Bowie State, I coached assistant coach at Loyola. This is my area. I've coached a lot of guys from the city of Baltimore. For me to be in a championship in the city of Baltimore, which is a great city for us, for me personally, my son lives in Phelps Point over there, Fayetteville, and my whole family lives here. So for me personally, to be in a championship game in Baltimore after a 2-year layoff is tremendous, tremendous. But I can't reflect on it too much because we still got some work to do. Okay.
I'll say this is actually a very humbling experience for me because I transferred from Howard University. We never even got to the semifinals all 4 years that I was there. So this is honestly a new experience for me, and I'm just loving every minute of it. And this is my last ride. I'm a graduate student. This is my last opportunity to get some diamonds on my finger, and that's really all I want at this point. So yeah, this is a very good experience for me.
Same. Piggyback off what Zion said. I come from UNC Asheville. I never made it to the semifinals, and a tournament game. So this right here means a lot, but I really want to win it for the seniors on the team because these guys have held my back ever since I got here, and I know it's going to mean a lot just to win it for them, especially Jalen and Darren. So.
I got one last question about the actual game for the two players here, Zion, Cress. It looks like you guys were intentionally throwing everybody at the boards. I mean, double-double. I mean, too short of a double-double. How much emphasis did that guy sitting between you there place on cleaning up on the boards there this game and moving forward, man?
I can say Coach Luke made it an emphasis on the defensive side for all of us to crash the boards because it's important. Like, we got to leave everything on the court. We can't think about after the game if we were to lose, I wish I could have done this, I wish I could have done that. You don't want to leave nothing on the court. So I just, I'm crashing the board, just being the best version of myself, doing my job.
Well, everybody has a job on this team. When Coach Luke recruited me, my job on this team, one of my jobs on this team was to rebound. Like, it was the major thing we talked about when he was recruiting me before I come in here. I need you to rebound. I've always been a pretty good rebounder, even at my previous school. So even before today's game, it's always been my role. So I knew tonight, especially because Livingstone has very good bigs, in my opinion, and they do rebound well. The whole team rebounds well. So I knew I had to put an extra emphasis on it today. But like I said, Coach Luke, that was my job from the get-go, was to rebound the ball.
Final question from the floor.
Okay. Mia Berry with the Undefeated. This is for the players. As Coach referenced in his opening remarks, Fayetteville State has been in the finals before. Didn't turn out so well last time, but you also have players from that team that are still on this team. What's been their message to you guys going in? What have they told you? What are they, encouraging you to make sure the result's a little different this time?
Just like I say, just being the best version of ourselves and doing our job. That's really what it comes down to. They reiterate every day, we say 120 minutes, now we got 40 minutes left to get the job done. So these guys just basically encouraging us to do our job every day, come in and execute Coach Luke's plan. And, they was short 2 years ago by one, but we're not going to be short this year.
And to piggyback off what Cress said, the people who were on the team who had lost the championship 2 years ago, they just want us to be with them. We needed to all take this ride the whole year. We need to, like he said, follow Coach Luke's plan. Coach Luke knows what it takes to win a championship game. So basically, we just all have to stay bought in. And it's a lot of new players on the team. So basically, they wanted us to make sure we was on the ride, and we showed them that we're with them. So now all we got to do is finish it out.
This will conclude our post-game press conference. Thank you and congratulations to the Broncos of Fayetteville State University.
Thank you.
Thank you.